then we'll be alright. It's not love, but it's better than dreaming.
Whoa! Whoa! All we have is sun. Welcome back to the vlog. I hope you guys had an awesome day so far. Right now, we're on the road to Empire Skate Park. As you can see, we're not really in traffic. We're chilling. We're on the freeway, trying to get. This guy's gonna hit me in the back. Alright, so what I decided to do for today, so I can catch up on some videos and stuff like that, and as I was speaking about in my previous video, I want the quality of the videos to be as good as they possibly can be, and for that to happen, I need to have as much time as I can to edit them and stuff like that. So at least a day in advance. Because right now, I'm literally filming the video and then having to edit it and upload it before 6 p.m. that day. So meaning I have to get up early, I have to go film, I have to do everything else, and then upload it. So what we're doing, we're going to film a Q&A. I posted this photo on my Instagram. Scotty, you want to show them the photo?
Maybe.
Yeah. So I posted that photo on my Instagram right there. Pretty much just saying to ask you guys to ask me some questions. Also thanking you for all the support. It's been absolutely amazing. You guys are absolutely killing it. Especially on my past couple of YouTube videos, my past couple of Instagram posts. You guys are just destroying it, and I can't thank you enough for that. But first things first, we have a Monster. As you guys know, I love my Monster. Mwah. Yeah, a question I get very often, I get asked very often, is if I have a girlfriend, and I do. It's this thing right here. It's this. It's
I get the same question. There's mine.
We are stocking up all day, every day. That's what she said. All right, so we're gonna do a Q&A today. I asked you guys to ask me some questions on that photo. Scotty's gonna read them out to me, and I'm just gonna answer them while I'm driving. You know, so let's just get into it.
All right, first question. Are you sponsored because you can backy, or can you backy because you're sponsored?
All
By
right.
Jalen.
Oh, Jalen. All right, that's a very good question. I think I am backy because I can sponsor. Is that right?
Yeah.
I am backy because I can sponsor. I think that sounds about right to me.
That's pretty solid.
That's a good, yeah.
Right, I believe his name is Dijon, and he said, if you didn't scooter, where and what would you see yourself doing?
All right, so I've been asked this question like almost every Q&A, and I do answer it nearly every Q&A.
Oh, the sun's so
See me?
Yeah, you can see you're good.
All right, we're going through Melbourne Tunnel right now, and it's super black. If you guys didn't know, in this tunnel there's actually water above it. Sometimes like it drops on the cast window sill, and I feel like I'm gonna die and stuff. All right, but this question I get asked pretty often. We'll put this on. You can see me a little bit. That really did nothing to it.
Not much.
If I didn't ride scooters, I would have pursued something to do with law in school, or at this point in time, if I was to quit scooters, I don't know if I would go into law. I might do something more in the fitness industry, or to do more so with business and stuff like that, as I'm very interested in that type of thing. But to be honest, I don't really know. I really have no idea. That's why I'm so thankful for what I have, because I know my direction, and I absolutely I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Thank you for your question. Next question.
Scooter girl Sabi. Question is, why did you start scootering, and who was your idol when you weren't a professional scooter rider?
All right, so I've also answered this one a couple of times, but I used to race motocross. For anyone that does not know that, I used to race motocross back in the day, and one time I was at the skate park, I saw Brendan Smith riding, and I was very intrigued, because it was something completely different to what everyone else was doing. Everyone else was on skateboard, BMX, even rollerblades back then. So I started riding that, and as much as I hate to say it, Brendan was my idol for a little bit there. And it's funny because he turned from my idol to one of my best friends, so that just shows what this sport can do. It's actually just insane, seriously. But yeah, that's pretty much how I started riding.
Apple phones, iPhones, always correct Maddie to Marty. And I always laugh when it's hey Marty.
Every time, all the time it happens. All the time, dude.
All right. Brody4201 said, how old are you?
21.
We got Sean McGuire's got a lot of them. We'll try to get through as many as we can. All right, first one, because this is a great one. What type of music do you listen to while you ride?
All right.
Because if you guys don't know Maddie, he always has a headphone in.
Yeah, I always have headphones in, guys. If you see me at events and stuff, don't ever hesitate to stop and talk to me if I have headphones in. I just always do. I'm saying always. Ever since I was in school, ever since I was a little kid, I just always have headphones in, even when I'm not listening to music. Honestly, even if I don't have an iPod or phone with me, I'll generally have headphones in. That's just my thing. It's just what I do. But what type of music do I listen to? So lately, I've been a massive fan of someone that I found kind of like recently, I would say, and that is, his name's NF, and like I really connect with his music and I really just love it, and it's very motivating to me. Other than him, I love Eminem, Logic, Hobson, even some radio music I don't mind. I'm not a big fan of the ones that play over and over and over, but yeah, like it's pretty good. And then we also have, on a different genre away from like rap, I have like A Day to Remember, Asking Alexandria. I love all those type of bands too. I kind of switch up what I listen to every now and then just to keep it interesting. I don't want to make it too bland.
Little yodeling boy.
Little yodeling boy, of course. That's my jam.
He also asked, just so you know, it's Sean from Shed Camp.
Yes, yeah, I know Sean.
And you filmed him trying flares.
Yeah, huge shout out to Sean. I know Sean is an awesome kid. Super duper nice. Just actually a really nice kid, and actually really good as well. So,
what pushed you when you started riding to try a new trick?
When I started riding and I was trying new tricks, the main thing that pushed me, honestly, was I was having fun doing it. Like I was never not enjoying what I was doing, so I was always progressing because I was having fun. Obviously, on other cases, my friends push me, my goals push me. When I really set goals for myself and I said, all right, this is where I want to be, this is how good I have to get there. So there's no other way. This is literally the only way to do it. I have to get this good. I have to practice this much and do this to be able to do this. Everyone can flare now. I have to be able to flare. Everyone can front flip. I have to be able to front flip. That's how it was back then. Like, and it should be the same now. Honestly, like that's the best way to progress.
Maddie can flare bricky. Everyone should flare bricky.
Yeah, you gotta keep up somehow.
All right, shout out to Brody Hartley. Would you rather be a dumb scooter rider but really good, or a smart scooter rider but really bad?
I saw this question. All right, I'll be a dumb scooter rider and really good because I'm already pretty dumb, so I'll take it.
Kinney Official. How was your life growing up, Maddie? And what type of surroundings and backgrounds have you been in? Did you have a wealthy family?
That is a very, very good question.
So Maddie's upbringing.
I love these type of questions, guys. Like obviously I love answering the ones within scooters and stuff like that, but I love the lifestyle questions because it gives you guys, like, that's why I like to do these Q&As. It's not so much about just riding and tricks and scooters. You guys get to know me and like about me. So my life growing up, I was extremely fortunate growing up. I came from, like, I would say definitely like quite a wealthy family. My mom worked extremely hard when she was younger and literally worked her butt off to create her own business and stuff like that so she could give her family the life that she didn't have when she was younger. And I was fortunate enough to be able to go on holidays and all this type of stuff. I used to go motocross racing, and she took me to all the skate parks, and I was very, very lucky growing up, and I was surrounded by some amazing people. But as far as that goes, like, the friends around me started changing, started going different pathways, which left me by myself trying to progress in scooters and trying to progress in riding and everything else, and it wasn't easy to do by myself all the time, like, which is something that I just had to do. Like, I just had to just push through it and do it, and I'm very glad that I did because it got me to where I am today. And yeah, but in all honesty, definitely could have been much, much worse. I had an amazing upbringing and I'm very thankful for that.
Next question, Bailey_S_. Where do you see the scootering community in the next 5 years? Parts, more brands, etc.
All right, good question. That is a good question as well. I definitely see it progressing, and I definitely see so much potential for more parts and more brands and everything else coming out. Biggest thing with the industry itself, as far as companies go, is they're always going to be looking for the next thing to come up. You know what I mean? Like, so we've gone from 100 mil wheels to 120 mil wheels, so that's evolution, and that's going to keep on going, and I don't doubt that. The biggest thing outside of the industry itself and within the riders, I think, is that everyone needs to come together a lot more and not make it such an it is an individual sport, don't get me wrong. If we're competing and you're making edits and stuff like that, it is very individual, but we need to, like, come together and I guess, fix anything that we really feel is like wrong with it, much more than, rather than arguing about like pathetic things. Like, I don't think, myself, like, I do my best to keep away from all the drama and all that, because I don't want to deal with that. Like, I don't ride because I want some drama or anything like that. I ride because I love riding and I love going to the skate parks and progressing, and I love all the friends I've made within this sport. So I just think that everyone needs to keep coming together, and as long as we do that, there's only going to be progression. You know, X Games will definitely be on the cards, and who knows what else in the future will open up. Like, the world is only going to keep getting bigger, especially with it being in Barcelona and stuff like that. We get a massive crowd there, so I see it progressing a lot as long as everyone just sticks together.
Next one, Scret, Easy. Have you had any other sponsors in your career of scooter riding? That
Yes.
just got all over me.
Have I had any other sponsors? Yes, I certainly have. My first ever sponsor was a shop sponsor called Blade School that was in Melbourne in St Kilda. It was just this little shop, and he helped me out a lot. He gave me parts and stuff like that. So weird to be given free parts when riding a scooter. Back then there was no real representing the brand. Like, there was no like anything. Like, all I did was ride some of their wheels, and that was pretty much it. After Blade School, I got sponsored by Apex, and Apex was my first ever main like big sponsor, and it was amazing. Like, the first ever team, it was the original Apex team back in the days of like a company called Moonwalk. Basically, they were sister companies, and it was insane to be on that team. Like, I had some amazing riders. Like, back then it was me, Dylan Williams, Robbie Weir, also Dylan Scholes was on Apex as well. So insane. But then I got on MGP. I remember I was on MGP. That was like just after the original team was on there, and then after MGP I was on MV, and then I've been on MV for the past 4 years now.
Graydon21 said, what is your favorite skate park that you have ever ridden? We were just talking about this.
We were literally just talking about this. So my favorite park I've ever rode before, 100% has to be Corby in the UK, Adrenaline Alley. I say this all the time. I need to go back there ASAP. It's
No
just
Rocky.
the best. No Rocky?
ASAP, no Rocky.
Oh yeah, ASAP, no Rocky, yeah. It's ASAP, no Rocky. No, but seriously, that park is like just the god of God. It has its own like scooter room. It's just epic. Like, it has like 6 or 7 different skate parks in the skate park. So I love it. I need to go back. Anyone in UK want to hit your boy up with a place to stay and everything else, I'll be there ASAP with Rocky.
Tim Lindstrom, when trying a new trick like that insane worldy flare kickless bry, how do you take your time to think about the trick? And do you take time to think about it and plan it out, or do you just send it and see if it's possible?
Alright.
You just send it and see if it's possible.
So me individually, there is definitely a better way to do it, and I believe that planning out how you're going to do something can work a lot better, but
why don't you tell about the process of that trick that went down?
Alright, so I'm going to tell you exactly how I did that trick, alright? And how it processed through my head, okay? So basically...
Hold on, back up. Background, Matty tried a flare bri flip way back.
I tried a flare bri flip back in 2000 and
like 5 years ago,
12 or something like that. So, and I spun it and I got around 1 foot, but that was years and years ago. I have not tried it since. Like, I haven't even thought about trying it since. And alright, so we were sitting at the skate park, we were sitting at Ramfest, and we were just talking about like tricks, and I was just saying, literally just messing around. I was like, oh, imagine this was possible. And I just did a bricky and like thought about doing it in a flare, and I'm like, oh, imagine that. Like, when you think about that trick, that's not possible. Like, it's not like when you actually just sit there and think about it, I'm like, there's no way anyone could do that. So I literally just rolled up to Scotty like convinced me to try it. He's like, just try it, see if it works. I tried it, and I did like a flare kickless, and then it was like...
It was a later bri flip,
it came around as like a Mac flip, and I was like, oh, like, it was like a really like girly attempt. Like, it wasn't an actual attempt. So then I tried it again, and it fully spun as a bri flip, and as soon as I did that, I was like, that's possible. So I was literally just like, that is straight up possible. Like, I can do that. And then, so then I tried it, and within 5 goes on camera, I landed it. Like, literally, and I don't know how it works. Like, I truly don't have any idea how it actually does work. But for some reason, I can just like, it just worked, and I did it, and I'm really stoked. I'm really happy, because that's like next level type of trick. Like, I didn't think I'd be able to do that. But not so much. Like, when I do these type of tricks, I don't really plan them out, I wouldn't say. Sometimes I definitely think about tricks I want to do, and that's how I learn them. For example, when I wanted to learn like front flares or double flares, and I practice it a lot. I practice it in the foam, I practice it like onto resi or whatever else, but pretty much like I don't really plan it out, because with me, I'm always like sending it in the moment. If it works, I'm like, all right, let's just do it. We just need to send it right now. I get very hyped up when I ride, guys. Like if you ever see me at the skate park and I'm getting real hyped, like, ugh.
You say you get pumped?
Yeah.
Up?
Pump doctor.
Pump doctor.
He's the pump doctor. Yeah, I get that. That's what I get, especially when I'm in the gym.
I'm the pump doctor.
Yeah, I am the pump doctor. Oh, but yeah, very good question. Thank you very much for your question. That was a really good one. I enjoyed that.
All right, Court Milkins. What's most important for scooter riding? Arms and back, core and leg. What's good strength training for riders? I'm 11 and under 30 Ks. Well, Milton.
All right, so I can answer this question pretty well, but I have someone that can answer this question even better than me. I would definitely say legs are more important than any of that stuff. Like core and back and core and it's all important, honestly. But the reason I say legs is because when you're riding and stuff, you're building a lot of your legs, all right? Like when you're pushing and you're pumping and stuff like that, it's very important. You're building your legs like constantly. I'm gonna get Scotty to have his input, because Scotty's way more educated about fitness and building like muscle and all that type of stuff than I am, so go, take it away, Scotty.
All right, so I'm gonna give you guys my input on this, especially because Court, you said you're 11. So when you're 11, you really, if you're like under the age of like, I would say even like 14, 15, if you're just starting out, well, in America, high school, so year 9 and under, you really don't want to be touching heavy weights. You don't want to be bench pressing, that kind of stuff. So if you are a younger rider, I really do suggest doing a lot of body weight exercises at your house, just getting your body in shape. Scootering is gonna help you burn calories in general, but I would suggest doing like push-ups, pull-ups, body weight squats. You can literally Google 30-minute HIIT workout, HIIT, or 10-minute HIIT workout, and do that stuff. Just getting your body in better shape is going to end in you becoming a better rider, because you can ride for longer, your joints are gonna be better and stronger, so you're gonna be injured less. So I wouldn't really recommend doing any strength training. You shouldn't need to be going to the gym. People always ask, and I'm sure Maddie's been asked it a bunch, does having bigger muscles help you with riding? Realistically, no. If anything, being my size personally, it probably hinders me a little bit, because I am carrying around a lot more mass. Being a little bit lighter would be a little bit more beneficial, but I can't say it really impacts my riding all that much. The only time the gym actually does impact your riding, and is something to take into consideration, especially if you're just starting working out, is you're going to be very sore. So if you're extremely sore and you try to ride, I'm gonna tell you straight up, it's not fun at all. It's pretty terrible, but you do work through it and your body gets better. And another thing that I would say is working out a lot, you do gain muscle endurance, which is going to help you with riding, because your muscles are going to be primed and ready to perform for longer periods of time, which means more riding, which means more bangers, more time to practice, and more tricks, all right? So that's my input. If you guys are younger riders, which I know there are a lot of younger riders out there, I wouldn't recommend going to the gym. I know you see me and Maddie go to the gym, but I didn't start really lifting until I was like 17, 18, even 19 years old. I didn't start going to the gym. So I wouldn't really recommend killing yourself trying to get a gym membership, telling your mom, convincing her to go to the gym. Just start doing push-ups, little things like that. You can even go for morning runs if you want, something like that. Just condition your body and get in shape is gonna be your best bet. But even more important than that is probably your diet. But that's a whole nother issue that you can go into. But getting your diet back on track, eating healthy, eating balanced, getting adequate amounts of protein, that's a whole nother ballgame. But as far as exercising, just do push-ups, just stuff at home in the beginning if you're younger. If you're older, I would just do a very, very light gym routine and totally ease yourself into it, and do a lot of research before you start, because there are a lot of wrong ways to do things, all right?
And that is exactly why I got Scotty to answer it, because look at that answer. That I really hope that helps you out, guys, like seriously, because Scotty is the one that got me into the gym and helped me so much at the beginning. Like if I didn't have him, I don't know what type of stuff I would have believed, and I don't know what path. I can guarantee I wouldn't look the way I do now. I probably would have been on some like fad diet where I'm not doing anything right, which is bad, and that's exactly what I don't want you guys to do. If you are a little bit older, like we said, and you're going to get into the gym, just make sure you do your research and stuff first. But as he said, if you are younger, body weight stuff, all that type of stuff, having your diet toned in is going to help you a lot. But right now, we literally are rocking up to Empire Skate Park. It is just here. I filmed this sheep. This sheep's always at the front and it looks real. Look at it. Sheepy, 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 sheepy. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video right here. We're gonna go into filming tomorrow's video, which you'll see. I know this is the video before that, so it'll be out tomorrow. We're at Empire. We're gonna film some absolute bangers today. Hopefully, Max and Tommy are gonna come down. Miller's already here, and Alexandra is also here from New Zealand. She just moved to Melbourne. Super stoked because I absolutely love riding with her and Jeremy and everyone else. So it's gonna be awesome. I can just see Miller sitting right there. That is gonna wrap up the video, guys. Huge thank you. Oh my god, that didn't sound good at all. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for all those questions. I really appreciate it, guys. Make sure you follow me on Instagram if you want to get involved in these in the future. I usually do at least once a month, so just stay up to date. I'll see you guys tomorrow.